Here!
How you doing? Oh, nice to see you.
Lovely to see you as well.
Look at this. Get the insider's edge to secure finance for your property.
Indeed.
So tell me, why should people use a broker to secure their mortgage rather than go straight to their bank?
Because brokers are not employed by the banks. So what that means is brokers have access to more banks and banks' products. So that could be the difference between you being able to purchase a property or not, or being able to purchase a property at $800,000 versus $1 million.
So basically, by coming to a broker, you're enabling all the banks to virtually compete for your business.
Exactly. So we can tell after we go through your scenario and your background and what you're trying to do as to which bank would be most suitable for you.
Okay, and of course not all banks are equal, because not only have they got different interest rates, but they've got differentiation in requirements and all that sort of thing, don't they?
That's correct. That's very, very true. So they will treat you differently based on your income, based on the industry you work in, based on the deposit that you're going to provide, and also based on how old you are and what you're going to do with the funds.
Well, that counts me up there, doesn't it?
Not at all, not at all.
I'm showing my age now.
No, not at all.
So with interest rates, by coming to a broker, could you save on the interest rate?
We definitely can. I mean, quite often what happens is when you go direct to the bank, you go to a person that is employed by the bank. So it's, I mean, basically, that's in their best interest to look after their bank. So what happens quite often is you will get the best rate that the assessor thinks you are likely to accept rather than the best rate that we know that you could get. Say, for example, a very quick, we had a client come to us last year who had all their banking with a certain bank. It was one of the big banks, I'm not going to say who. She asked me what the pricing was that I was doing for my clients, and I told her, and she went and approached her own bank and said, look, can I please get this rate? And they said no, and then I said to, because I didn't want to waste her time, and clients was adamant that she didn't want to move banks, so we said, look, just go back and say that you can get this pricing from this bank, and will you please improve it? And she did that. She went back to her own bank.
And she saved money?
No, this is where I'm coming. She went back to her own bank 3 times and gave the assessor 3 opportunities to actually sharpen the rate, because that was going to be about 0.9% more. So essentially they didn't.
That's a lot.
Exactly. So it was quite a big mortgage. Yeah. So it was so essentially they didn't. So when that happened, she came to me and said, can you do something? So we did. But the thing is, you should not have to jump through hoops when you're trying to refix your mortgage with your own bank.
You talk about banks, but in actual fact there are other lenders that can come into it.
Yes, it's not just banks, but we've got a wide variety of non-banks out there. So when we say non-banks, these are finance companies. People often get a bit alarmed about going to finance companies. What we need to remember is they're the ones actually lending you the money, not the other way around. So they're not the ones that are going to be running away with your money. It's you who is borrowing funds from the non-bank or the finance company. So in essence, I tell people, if you go to a finance company, make sure you've got an exit plan in place. So quite often these are short-term loans, if that's what you're looking for. Bridging loans. Sometimes it's not so much bridging loans either. It is people that are trying to do something and they just need to park something there for a couple of months, say to a year or 2 years, and then they come back to the bank. Other times it is clients that are a bit older, say they might be retired, they're they're not cash flow positive because they no longer work, or if they work, the banks don't consider their income at the level that they worked, because the presumption is that you will retire when you're 65.
Oh gosh, not far away, is it?
I thought you were 55.
Now you know, well, we're friends. In actual fact, folks, I'm showing my age now. It's moisturising.
Yeah. Johnson's baby powder.
Yeah. It's not triumph and disaster.
No,
this is a disaster. So this is a huge service that you're offering. So how much does it cost?
Nothing. Nothing. So
nothing.
No, nothing.
I knew that, folks, but it's a bit of marketing here, you see.
So for banks, basically, we do get paid a commission, and the commission is paid when you settle on a loan. So that is basically can take up 6 months, can take 1 year, can take 2 years.
I think that's important because a lot of people, you know, they look at a service, you know, like loan brokers, like mortgage brokers, and even like ourselves, like real estate agents, and they think, well, hang on a minute, do I have to pay for this? Do I have to pay for that? Do I have to pay for an appraisal? No, you don't. The way that our industry gets paid, no matter whether or not you're in loan market and doing mortgage, or you're buying a home, or indeed we're selling your home, it's free until it sells or until the loan comes through. So that's very important to understand. But not only that, Tenzin's got a little secret that she doesn't like to spout off too much about. But last year you won an award.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh, come on, tell the people about it.
Oh yeah, that was the New Advisor of the Year award for the country.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're very proud of Tenzin for that. I mean, she's, you know, she's done very well.
That's very kind. Very kind of you.
Well, that's all right. I'm a fine person.